everybody. It's week number 4. Week 4 already, January 25th. 1 month is almost gone. Time is flying by. Nice and sunny. It's going to be about 60 degrees today. A little bit of wind, but it should be nice otherwise. Just doing it out and back to the south and back. Should be a wonderful ride. Let's do it! It's January, the days are cold and short, and if you're like me this time of year, you spend a lot of time thinking about summer and all of the great things that you could do if only it were warm outside. So I've been thinking a lot about that, and also I just turned 39 years old, so I feel like I need to make the most out of my last year in my 30s. And I know that's an arbitrary number, and you should make the most out of every year, but it's a little extra motivation for me this time. So let's go back in time a little bit. Last year, I finished nursing school. I was going to switch careers, so there was a little break in between that I wanted to take in between school and my first job to go on a little bike adventure because, you know, that's what I would live for, right? So I had a few things that I wanted to do, and one of them, kicking around in my mind, was the idea to do a century in 50 states in 50 days. So I didn't end up doing that because, to tell you the truth, I was scared that I wouldn't be able to actually do it. I just got scared and I decided to do something else. And I've regretted that decision ever since, you know. It's been in the back of my mind and I feel like I need to make up for that, you know. So I plan on, after I have a year in my current job, to quit that job. That will be around September 1st, and that gives me more time to take another bike adventure, and this time I don't want to have regrets, right? So I want to try this. I want to try to do a century in 50 states in 50 days. That is my plan for this summer, and it is tough. There's a chance I'm going to fail, and that's scary, right? But the great thing about riding is when you have a doubt in your mind, but you end up actually doing it. Like I remember when I did my first 100-mile ride, I had no idea if I could do it. I took a big break at mile 75 because I felt like I was done and I couldn't do anymore. But somehow you find a way, you keep going, and at the end of the day, you did 100 miles on the first time, and it feels great. And then here I am years and years later, and I can do that no problem. So I had a similar thing when I did my first Everest ride. Like, I spent a lot of time thinking about it, worrying about, can I really actually do this? Because I remember I did some training rides of hill repeats for 10,000 feet. And those felt hard enough, you know? It's like, could I do that almost 2 more times in a row? And it's like, man, but then, you know, something happens inside you. You keep going, you push through it, and you do something that you didn't think you could do. And that's like the beauty of cycling, right? I think everybody out there, if you ride your bike, you've had this feeling. It's a wonderful feeling. It's one of the best feelings in your life. And, you know, I don't care about the rest of life. You may say, you know, it's just riding a bike. It's no big deal. But I love to ride, man. It's a huge part of my life. It's a huge part of what gives me joy, pleasure, and being alive. If I couldn't ride my bike, I don't know what I'd be doing, man. I don't know, honestly, if I'd have a will to live. And that sounds kind of extreme, but it's true for me. And that's just, you know, if you love something, that's how you feel about it. So anyway, I'm kind of rambling. I want to do this. I'm going to do it this summer. I love the idea. There's so much planning behind it, you know. And I kind of love the planning aspect almost as much as I love to ride. So obviously there are a lot of challenges. Like I have a kind of a general outline and plan. Since I'll be starting in September, I want to do Alaska first and then fly to like Seattle area, and then do the 48, and then finish in Hawaii. So that's the overall plan of it all. So I'll get into more details later about the driving route, the riding routes in each individual state. But for now, I'm just kind of putting it out there into the universe, saying it out loud on video. It's kind of scary, right, to say it, to commit to it, to have the chance that you're going to look like an idiot later on down the line. And I know that not many people watch these videos and no one probably really even cares, but it's still scary, right? So that's it for now. Let's get back to this week's ride. That's it for week number 4. Feels good to be out here riding my bike on a beautiful winter day. See you next week in February for week number 5.